is expert, and I would like to invite you
many
in
of the informations they have makes sense. Understand microcosms, telescope and microscope is algebraic topology. Macrocosms, telescope and microscope together is third eye penetrated by oneness. The moment it is initiated, if the third eye is penetrated by the oneness, it acts as telescope and microscope together for cosmos, Brahmanda, what is out there. So if you want to understand and manifest the powers, want to experience Kailasa, hold my hand and come along with me.
Asanas blessed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Let us now all get ready. Get our yoga mats down, apply the vibhuti and kumkum, wear the abharanam, the rudraksha mala, and get our panchapacham and udani ready. The cup and spoon with some water for the ritualistic cleansing. We are going to start the session very soon, so please get ready. Let us now start this yoga session with the Sadguru Vandanam. Sit in a comfortable cross-legged position with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. The hands in Atmanjali Mudra in front of your heart center. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as we start the session with the Sadguru Vandanam.
Nityanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami.
Next, we will chant the Shiva Mula Mantra 11 times. The Shiva Mula Mantra is Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. All the viewers, please chant the Shiva Mula Mantra internally.
Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. 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 Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha.
Next, we will perform the Tattvachamanam, the ritualistic cleansing. Hold your right hand in the shape of a cow's ear in the Gokarana Mudra. Then take one udani of water and pour it into your palm and sip it after the chanting of the mantra. We will repeat this process thrice.
Om Atmatattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Om Vidyatattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Om Shivatattvam Shodhayami Svadha.
Now wash your right hand with the water from the Panchapacham and then wipe your lips twice with the bottom of your thumb from right to left.
Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha.
Wash your hand again. With your index, middle, and ring finger joined together, touch above your upper lip and below your lower lip. Wash your hand again. With your thumb and index finger joined together, touch the right nostril, the left nostril. With your ring finger and thumb joined together, touch your right eye, right ear and left ear. Wash your hand again. With the little finger and thumb joined together, touch the navel, the right chest, the left chest. With all the fingertips joined together, touch on top of your head, the right shoulder, the left shoulder, and on your heart center. Wash your hand once more. Now place your right hand on top of the left and both hands on top of the right thigh. Visualize what you want to manifest today in this yoga session as we are about to enter into the Sankalpa, the conscious resolution. Let us now chant the Sankalpa mantra.
Om Mamopata Samasta Duridakshayadvara Bhagavat Sri Nityananda Paramashiva Prityartham Sri Nityanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Sri Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartham Cha Adya Purvokta Evam Guna Visheshena Vishisthayam Asyam Shubhatithau Purana Arogya Yukta Dridhagatra Yogika Sharira Siddhyartham Paramashiva Shakti Avishkaranartham Nityananda Yogabhyasam Karishye.
Now wash your hand one final time as we chant the mantra.
Om Apa Upasprishya.
Now keep your Panchapatram and Udani aside so we can start the yoga practice. The first asana of the sequence is Sukhasana. We're going to briefly cover the components and then start the yoga practice. First is the asana. Sit in a comfortable cross-legged position with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring your index fingers and thumbs together and place them on top of the knees in Bindu Mudra. Now engage all three bandhas, which there are: the root lock, the Mula bandha, contracting the perineal region and pulling the perineum in and up; the Uddiyana bandha, the abdominal lock, contracting the stomach muscles above and below the navel and pulling the stomach in and up towards your spine; and the Jalandhara bandha, the throat lock, tucking your chin to the chest and internally contracting your throat muscles. Together they form Mahamudra bandha. The bandhas are keeping the energy from leaking out of the system and forcing the Kundalini Shakti upwards along the spine. Now gaze forward and visualize Lord Shiva in your inner space as we breathe in the Samana Kumbhaka, visualizing a flame rising up the spine as we keep our prana in the stomach region. Internally chant the japa Soham and visualize it rotating around your throat in a circular manner.
Tatsukhasanamityuktam ashaktastat samacharet asanam vijitam yena jitam tena jagatrayam.
The next asana is Parvatasana. Now bring your legs into Padmasana, the lotus posture, placing your feet on top of the opposite thighs. Then bring your palms together in Anjali Mudra and raise them above the hand, keeping your elbows straight. Engage all three bandhas, Mahamudra bandha, as you visualize yourself as Mount Kailash.
Athavakshye Mahadeva Parvatasana Mangalam Yatkritva Asthira Rupi Syat Shatchakradi Vilopanam.
The next asana is Hadipavasana. Now bring the soles of the feet together in front, hold the left hand by the right behind your back, and place your forehead on the ground behind your heels. Engage all three bandhas, root lock, stomach lock, and throat lock, as you gaze to the tip of the nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
Purava vidhiyahu me jano ubhai pagthali samputthano pishtpachedovo karalyavo dachinakaraso vamagahavo.
Next up is Nagi Pavasana. Keep the soles of the feet together and stretch your hands out in front of the feet, cupping the palms, making a hollow and placing the palms on the ground and your forehead on the ground behind your heels. Engage all three bandhas as you gaze to the tip of your nose and visualize yourself as a snake.
पूरब विधि परि आगाने नीचौ वीकहु निभणास्यो लगाजी हाथ आगाने धरती लगावे पसारी दो वो हाथ की अंजुली करे.
Next up is Kokilasana. Now hold the big toes with index and middle fingers in Prana Mudra. Then stretch your legs straight out and upwards, cross them into Padmasana, and lean forward and down onto your elbows. As you keep holding on to the big toes, engage all three wandhas and visualize yourself as a bird.
अथान्यदासनं वक्ष्ये येन सिद्धो भवेन्नरः अकस्मात् वायुसञ्चारं कोकिलाख्यासनेन च.
Next up is Neti Asana. Now place one ankle on top of the opposite knee and hold onto the opposite elbows. Engage all the bandhas as you start rotating your arms in a circle. Gaze to the tip of the nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space. After some time, change the direction of the movement.
घोड़ा बावा पाद की आशमा हिली सोजे दक्षिचरण को वार लौता परिगुल्फ समोजे.
The next asana is Gajasana. Now press your hands onto the ground, lifting your hips up high. Then lower your head and your chest, scooping the body forward and down again and again as you visualize yourself as an elephant and perform Uddiyana Bandha, the stomach lock, and Mula Bandha, the root lock.
न्युब्जं पादाग्रे भूमौ कृत्वा लम्बी भूया मस्तकाग्रे निधाय.
Next up is Rikshasana. From the same position, alternate pressing the heel of one foot into the ground while lifting the other heel up. Repeat this again and again for both sides as you visualize yourself as a bear and keep performing Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha.
एकैकं पादमाकुञ्च्य गजासनं कुर्यात् रक्षासनं भवति.
Now raise up. Stand tall on the tips of the big toes with all other toes raised off the ground if you can. Keep your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring the middle, index and ring fingers to the heart center in Hridaya Mudra. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Keep breathing in Samana Kumbhaka and perform Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha.
केशेन पादयुगलं बद्ध्वा तिष्ठेत अधोमुखः अथ वैश्यावक्ष्ये यत्कृत्वा सत्यवान् भवेत्.
Next up is Urdhva Stand in Arimandi position with your heels touching, the toes facing outwards at a 45-degree angle and the knees bent. Keep both hands at the chest, elbows parallel to the ground. Then twist one knee upwards towards the center of your body, following along with the respective hand, making a circular motion on both sides again and again. The next asana is Balalingasana. Now interlace your fingers from the outside in Sarva Shankari Mudra. Hold on to one knee and pull it up towards your chest. As you keep your spine straight, engage all three bandhas, Mahamudra Bandha, and visualize yourself holding a baby.
एकं जानु उरसि आलिङ्ग्य स्थातव्यं बाललिङ्गनं भवति.
The next asana is Padapidanasana. Now take one foot and pull it behind towards the buttocks, holding it with both hands. Keep your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Engage all three bandhas as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
स्थित्वैकस्मिन् पादतले कराभ्यां वेष्टयेत्तनुं पृष्ठे संस्थाप्य यत्नेन पादपीडनमासनम्.
Next up is Natarajasana. With the respective hand, hold onto the sole of the foot from the inside. Extend the opposite hand forward with index and thumb together in Bindu Mudra as you simultaneously kick and pull the foot back and up while leaning forward. Visualize Swamiji in your inner Visualize yourself as Lord Nataraja as you perform the Mula Bandha.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Now, standing on the other leg, repeat Balalingasana on the other side.
एकं जानु उरसि आलिङ्ग्य स्थातव्यं बाललिङ्गनं भवति.
And repeat Padapidanasana on the other side.
स्थित्वैकस्मिन् पादतले कराभ्यां वेष्टयेतनुं पृष्ठे संस्थाप्य यत्नेन पादपीडनमासनम्.
And finally, repeat Natarajasana on the other side.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Next up is the Ardha Rechita Karana. From Adimandi position, heels together, toes pointing outwards and the knees bent. Bring the right foot behind the left with the toes down, heel up. Keep the left hand at the chest as you swing the right hand back and forth like a pendulum. Move the fingers gracefully one by one. And after some time, place the right hand over top of your nose, uncross your ankles and repeat the movement on the other side. We're going to move on to the skeleton dance. Now visualize yourself as a skeleton as you shake your body intensely. Hold the visualization of your skeleton and shake your body wildly, dancing. This will build integrity into your bone marrow. The next asana, next up is the Katichina Karana. From Arimandi, bring your hands above the head with the arms crossed and the palms facing backwards. Move the hips to one side and simultaneously uncross the arms wide above your head. Come back to the center and repeat on the other side again and again. The next asana is Tadasana. Now stand tall on the tips of the toes, raise your hands up above the head, keeping the palms parallel. As you engage all three bandhas, visualize yourself as a palm tree and internally chant the new japa Shivoham. Visualize the japa rotating around your throat.
महामुद्राबद्धकोनौ ताडासनविभेदकान् विनोतानं सदा कुर्यादन्तर्वत्नीपतिप्रिया.
The next asana is Uttanasana. Please pay caution. If you're a pregnant woman, don't perform this asana. From a standing position, lean forward and down, bringing your hands flat onto the ground. Engage all three bandhas as you bring your forehead towards the knees. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and internally chant the japa Shivoham.
महामुद्राबद्धकोनौ ताडासनविभेदकान् विनोतानं सदा कुर्यादन्तर्वत्नीपतिप्रिया.
The next asana is Tadakshvasana. As you keep your hands flat on the ground, shoulder width apart, step your feet back into a tall plank position. Now perform the Mula Bandha, the root lock, and the Jalandhara Bandha, the throat lock. Tuck your chin to the chest and rotate your head from side to side as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
गजासनवस्थित्वा मस्तकं वारं वारं दक्षिणकुक्षिं सव्यकुक्षिं नजेत् तरक्श्वासनं भवति.
The next asana is Bhujangasana. Now lower your entire body down onto your stomach as you keep the toes pointing backwards, your hands next to the chest, and raise your head up using the strength of your lower back. Don't lift your body any higher than your belly button of the mat. Open your mouth widely. Inhale through the hollow of your throat in Bhujangani Mudra as you visualize yourself as a cobra and contract the perineal region in Mula Bandha.
अंगुष्ठनाभिपर्यन्तम् अधो भूमौ विनिन्यसेत् कराभ्यां च धरां धृत्वा ऊर्ध्वशीर्षपणिवहि.
The next asana is Shashasana. From a tall plank position, alternate bringing one knee in towards the chest back and forth. As you visualize Swamiji in your inner space, breathe calmly in Sahaja Kumbhaka through your nose, leading the prana vayu along the kundali, the spine, engaging the Mula Bandha as you do so.
गजासन संस्थितो जानुद्वयमाकुञ्च्य वारं वारं कर्तव्यं शशासनं भवति.
The next asana is Arathasana. From the tall plank position, Place one foot in between the two hands and then jump the front foot back and bring the other one forward in between the two hands again and again as you visualize yourself as a chariot and perform the Mula Bandha.
गजासन संस्थितो एकैकं पादं पुरोमार्गेण भ्रामयित्वा कर्तव्यं रथासनं भवति.
The next asana is Virabhadrasana. Keep one foot flat on the ground, toes pointing forwards and the knee bent at a 90-degree angle. Extend the other foot back, keeping the knee straight and the toes pointing outwards. Raise your arms up parallel, pull the stomach in and up and gaze to your third eye. Keep your hip facing forward as you visualize yourself as Lord Virabhadra. Perform Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha.
वासिष्ठमथ कौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च अष्टावक्रमथोत्थानं मयूरं सेतुबन्धनम्.
Now exchange the position of your feet and repeat Virabhadrasana on the other side.
वासिष्ठमथ कौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च अष्टावक्रमथोत्थानं मयूरं सेतुबन्धनम्.
The next asana is Vrikshasana, the tree posture. Now stand tall and bring one foot to the inner thigh. Bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra and raise them up above your head, keeping the elbows straight as you pull your stomach in and up and gaze forward, visualizing yourself as a tree and engaging Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha.
वामो रुमूलदेशे च जाम्यं पादं निधायतो तिष्ठेत्ववृक्षवद्भूमौ वृक्षासनमिदं विदुः.
Next up is Garudasana. Standing on one leg, bring the opposite foot onto the respective opposite thigh. As you place your palms together in Namaskara Mudra in front of your heart center, keep the standing leg as straight as a rod. Visualize yourself as Lord Garuda and engage the Mula Bandha.
गरुडासनमावक्ष्ये येन ध्यानं स्थिरं भवेत् सर्वदोषाद्विनिर्मुक्तो भवतीह महाबली.
Now standing on the other leg, repeat Vrikshasana, the tree posture on the other side.
वामो रुमूलदेशे च जाम्यं पादं निधायतो तिष्ठेत्ववृक्षवद्भूमौ वृक्षासनमिदं विदुः.
Bring your feet to the opposite hip and repeat Garudasana on the other side.
गरुडासनमावक्ष्ये येन ध्यानं स्थिरं भवेत् सर्वदोषाद्विनिर्मुक्तो भवतीह महाबली.
The next asana is Trikonasana. Now step one foot forward and the other leg far back, keeping the front toes facing forward and the back toes facing sideways. Now bring your arms parallel to the ground and lean forward, bringing one hand towards the foot and the other hand high up. Gaze up towards the sky as you visualize yourself as a triangle. Breathe calmly in Sahadra Kumbhaka and engage the Mula Bandha.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Now exchange the position of your feet and repeat Trikonasana on the other side.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Next up is Nikutaka Karana. Standing in the Arimandi posture with the heels touching, toes pointing outwards and the knees bent, raise one heel off the ground and place your hands in front of the heart center with the palms facing each other. Now stomp the rest heel to the ground, raise the other heel up and exchange the position of your hands again and again. The next asana is Anghushtasana. Now lower your body onto the tips of the toes, placing your perineum onto the back of the heels. Keep your knees together off the ground and join your palms in front of your heart center in Namaskara Mudra. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Start breathing in Brahmari Kumbhaka, buzzing like a bee on the inhalation and exhalation as you perform the Mula Bandha and internally chant the new japa Sada Shivoham.
कबन्धासनमित्याहुः गोरक्षासनमेव च अङ्गुष्ठमुष्टिकं ज्ञेयं ब्रह्मप्रासादितं तथा.
From Angushtasana, extend one leg forward with the heel down, toes pointing up. Keep your hands at the side of the body to the ground with the palms facing forward in Vara Mudra, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space and engaging the Mula Bandha in Saurasana.
प्रसार्यैकं पादतलं संस्थाप्य त्वेकपादकम्.
From the same position, lean forward and down, holding on to the big toe. At front, in Prana Mudra with index and middle finger. Hold the back heel with the other hand if you can, balance in this position. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and engage the Mula Bandha.
गुल्फस्थितो पादमेकं प्रसार्य तत्पादाग्रं संस्पृशेत् तत्करेण गुल्फं चान्यं धारयेत् तत्करेण धूनं पीठं चाभ्यसेत् चोभयत्र.
Now exchange the position of your feet, stretch the other leg forward as we repeat Saurasana on the other side.
प्रसार्यैकं पादतलं संस्थाप्य त्वेकपादकम्.
Now lean forward, hold onto the big toe and the back heel as we repeat Vidhunanasana on the other side.
गुल्फस्थितो पादमेकं प्रसार्य तत्पादाग्रं संस्पृशेत् तत्करेण गुल्फं चान्यं धारयेत् तत्करेण धूनं पीठं चाभ्यसेत् चोभयत्र.
The next asana is Brahmajurankushasana. Now keep your toes on the ground and place your perineum on top of the raised heels. Keep a gap between the legs as you place the backs of your hands on top of the knees. Contract the perineal region, Mula Bandha, and tuck your chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha as you open your eyes widely, unblinkingly gaze in between the gap of your knees, but actually gazing within in Shambhavi Mudra. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Don't forget to breathe in Brahmari Kumbhaka, buzzing like a bee as you internally chant Sadashivoham.
दो वो फणा पानी होए वैसे एडी दो गुदानी वैसे कोर पकथलियां की माहिली आयुष माहे राशे मिली.
Next up is Kapilasana. Now place your knees onto the ground with the toes tucked behind, sitting the perineum down on the heels. Rest your hands on top of the thighs, pull your stomach in and up, and gaze to the nose as you visualize yourself as Sage Kapila Muni. Contract the stomach muscles and the perineal region.
उभई पकतली समट हरावे तिनकी माहिली कोर मिलावे फणा पानी उकड़ होए वैसे एडी दो वो जोनी निवैसे.
The next asana is Bhattaragodakasana. From the same position, gaze to the third eye. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and perform the Mula Bandha.
दो वो पकतली संपुट करे कोरवारली भूपरि धरे कोरवारली राखे ऐसे तापरी मूल द्वार डिग वैसे.
The next asana is Suryasana. Now sit with your toes tucked and the perineum placed on top of the raised heels. Now lift your knees off the ground, bring the thumbs and little fingers together in Padma Mudra, the lotus mudra, opening up the palms resembling a lotus flower. Now raise your arms straight up above your head, gaze through the hole between the palms as you visualize Lord Surya in your inner space. Engage Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha.
पीड़ी दो गुदादरी आने फना पानी बैठक पुनिठाने गोड़ा जंघ अधर करी रहे आड़े वाम इसी विधि गहे.
The next asana is Mandukasana. Now sit with your toes flat, feet pointing backwards, and the perineum placed on the heels. Now keep your hands on top of the knees and lift your tongue up against the roof of the mouth as you visualize yourself as a frog and catch the nectar of immortality dripping from the Sahasrara chakra with your frog tongue in Manduka Mudra. As you gaze to your third eye, breathe calmly through the nose in Sahadra Kumbhaka and perform the Mula Bandha.
पादतलौ पृष्ठदेशे अंगुष्ठे द्वे च संस्पृशे जानुयुग्मं पुरस्कृत्य साधयेन् मण्डुकासनम्.
Next up is Uttana Mandukasana. Now sit with your toes flat in the same position and bring your hands behind your back on top of the opposite shoulders. Keep visualizing yourself as a frog, gaze to your third eye, perform the Manduka Mudra, pressing your tongue up, catching the nectar of immortality as you perform the Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha.
Mandukasana madhyastam gurparabhyam dhritam shiraha etadbhekavaduttanam etaduttana mandukam.
The next asana is Simhasana. Now cross your ankles and sit on your feet. As you keep your knees wide, fingers spread on top, open your mouth wide, stick out your tongue and exhale forcefully. As you visualize yourself as a lion, gaze at the tip of your nose and engage the Mula Bandha.
दक्षिणं सव्यगुल्फेन दक्षिणेन ततेतरं हस्तौश्च जान्वो संस्थाप्य स्वाङ्गुलीश्च प्रसार्य च.
The next asana is Bhadrasana. Now sit with your heels under the perineum, the toes pointing back. Keep your knees wide, cross your hands behind your back and hold your big toes in Prana Mudra. Apply Jalandhara Bandha and Mula Bandha. Gaze to the tip of the nose, visualize Swamiji in your inner space and buzz like a bee in Brahmari Kumbhaka.
गुल्फौ दुवृषणस्यादः सीवन्त्याः पार्श्वयोः क्षिपेत पादपार्श्वे तु पाणिभ्यां दृढं बद्ध्वा सुनिश्चलम्.
The next asana is Kakabusandhi Asana. Now squat and keep your feet flat on the ground and your knees open. Your knees open wide. Bring your arms in and around the back, interlacing the fingers behind your back in Parusha Mudra. Gaze to the tip of your nose and visualize yourself as a crow as you engage the Mula Bandha.
प्रथमे वेसक उकडठाने दोवू हाथ पगम वीच आने तिनको मोड़ी नल्या परल्यावे इष्टपछे काकसी करावे.
The next asana is Kanipavasana. Now place the palms on the floor, shoulder width apart. Bring your knees onto the back of your arms towards your armpits. As you lean forward and down, gaze ahead, visualize Swamiji in your inner space, and lift your feet off the ground, balancing on your arms, contracting the perineal region in Mula Bandha.
आसन को गुण आशी दुषिता हो जी तो आची होई.
The next asana is Kapali Asana. Now place your hands on the ground, shoulder width apart. Bring the top of your head onto the ground, forming a triangle between your hands and your head. Bring your knees onto the elbows, hips over your shoulders, and then straighten your legs up into a headstand. If you can't perform this asana freely, use a wall for support or get a partner to support you. Otherwise, you can remain in the half position as well. Gaze to the tip of your nose, visualize Swamiji in your inner space and perform the Mula Bandha.
शीश शीशा धरती टेकी पग दो वो मिलिवा ऊंचा कुकरे.
The next asana is Pachvamayurasana. Now squat on the toes with the legs together and twist your body as you place both hands to one side, aligning the elbows with the knee and the hip as you lean onto the arms and balance, extending the legs to the side. Gaze to your third eye, visualize yourself as a peacock and start breathing in Hrichaka Kumbhaka, exhaling fully in a controlled manner and holding your breath after you exhaled. Contract the perineal region in Mula Bandha as you do so.
माजूरं दण्डवत् कुर्यान् माजूरं दण्डनामकं कुर्यान् माजूरं पार्श्वाभ्यां माजूरपार्श्वनामकम्.
Now, as you twist your body to the other side and extend your legs out in the opposite direction, repeat Parshvamayurasana.
मयूरं दण्डवत् कुर्यान् माजूरं दण्डनामकं कुर्यान् माजूरं पार्श्वाभ्यां माजूरपार्श्वनामकम्.
The next asana is Bhairaganathasana. Now place both hands on the ground, shoulder width apart. Stretch the legs straight back into Tadakshvasana, the plank position, as you step one foot outside of the respective shoulder and in between the two hands. Gaze to your third eye as you visualize yourself as Lord Kalabhairava and engage the Mula Bandha.
आसन को गुण पीति जागी.
Now step the front foot back and the other foot outside of the shoulder in between the two hands, repeating the Bhairaganathasana on the other side.
आसन को गुण पीति जागी.
The next asana is Unmukha Pitasana. From the tall plank position, place the forearms on the ground and walk your feet forward, raising your hips. Lift your chest and head up, gaze to your third eye, visualize Swamiji in your inner space and perform the Mula Bandha.
भून्यस्तौ जानुनि हस्तौ चतुष्पदम वाङ्मुखम् उत्थापिताङ्घ्रियुगलकटिस्थलमभिरुका.
The next asana is Vashishthasana. From Tadakshvasana, rotate your body onto one hand and raise the opposite hand up. Keep the balancing hand directly beneath your shoulders as you raise your hips and gaze towards the sky. Visualize yourself as Sage Vashishta as you engage the Mula Bandha.
ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटवासिष्ठमरीचिहलमत्स्यकं परिवृत्तिं चोद्रस्य विविधं धनुरासनम्.
Now twist your body in the other direction, lifting the other hand up towards the sky, repeating Vashishthasana on the opposite side.
ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटवासिष्ठमरीचिहलमत्स्यकं परिवृत्तिं चोद्रस्य विविधं धनुरासनम्.
Now come back to a seated position with your legs stretched in front of you. As you perform Anjani Asana, sit with your legs stretched, toes pointing up. Bring your hands under the buttocks with the palms facing up. Keep your spine straight, elbows close to your body. Tuck your chin to the chest. Gaze to the tip of your nose. In Shambhavi Mudra, with eyes open wide, unblinkingly. As you visualize yourself as Lord Hanuman, perform Jalandhar Bandha, Mula Bandha, and internally chant the new japa Maha Sada Shivoham.
दोवु करकी उभय हथेली कोरवारली मैले भेली स्वागाने भूपरिदाशे महाने अंगुली मिलिराशे.
The next asana is Paschimottanasana. With your legs stretched out, bend from the waist and hold onto the big toes with index and middle fingers in Prana Mudra. Bring your chest to the thighs, head to the knees, and engage all the bandhas as you exhale fully and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
जानो परिललाटन्तो पश्चिमं तानमुच्यते येन केन प्रकारेण सुखं धार्यं च जायते.
The next asana is Ugrasana. With your legs straight, clasp your hands behind your head, lean your chest forward and down, and bring your head to the knees by the strength of your core. Engage all the bandhas, visualize Kali in your inner space, and perform Mahamudra Bandha and Rechaka Kumbhaka.
स्वपाणिभ्यां दृढ आसनोग्रमिदं प्रोक्तं भवेदनिलदीपनम्.
The next asana is Marichi Asana. With your legs extended, bring one knee heel towards the groin with the knee raised. Now, bring your arm in and around the raised knee and clasp both hands behind your back. As you bring the chest to the thigh, head to the knee, visualize yourself as Sage Marichi and perform the Mula Bandha.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
The next we are going to continue with Mahamudrasana. From Asana, drop the knee to the ground at the side and reach and hold the front foot, keeping the legs straight. Bring your chest forward and down. Exhale all the air from your lungs. Gaze to the tip of your nose and visualize Swamiji as you perform Mahamudra Bandha in Mahamudrasana.
महामुद्रां प्रवक्ष्यामि तन्त्रेऽस्मिन् मम वल्लभे यां प्राप्य सिद्धा सिद्धिं च कपिलाद्याः पुरागताः.
Now exchange the position of your feet. Extend the other leg out, keeping the knee raised and the heel to the groin, repeating the Asana on the other side.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Now drop the knee to the ground, lean forward, hold on to the foot, and perform Mahamudra Bandha in Mahamudrasana on the other side.
महामुद्रां प्रवक्ष्यामि तन्त्रेऽस्मिन् मम वल्लभे यां प्राप्य सिद्धा सिद्धिं च कपिलाद्याः पुरागताः.
The next asana is Bhadrasana too. Now sit and bring the soles of the feet together with your heels close to the perineum. Keep your knees open wide, hold onto the feet firmly with both hands as you maintain a straight spine, gaze to your third eye and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
गुल्फौ तु वृषणस्यादः जीवन्त्याः पार्श्वयोः क्षिपेत् पादपार्श्वे तु पाणिभ्यां दृढं बद्ध्वा सुनिश्चलम्.
The next asana is from Bhadrasana. Extend the feet away from the body. As you keep your toes together, heels apart and your knees open. Place your hands on the respective knees, tuck your chin to the chest. As you gaze to the tip of your nose, visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka, Jalandhar Bandha and Mula Bandha in Gvalipavasana.
पूरब चरपट चौक कख्यो सोजी वाही विधियो कीजे सोजी यामे एडी भिन्न जराशे अंगुल 8 अंतरो राशे.
The next asana is Joni Asana. Now sit and keep the soles of the feet together and your heels close to the perineum as you visualize the Yoni Mandala, which is projected in the top right corner of your screen. Now hold the soles of the feet, lean forward and down, bring your forehead to the feet as you gaze to the nose in Shambhavi Mudra. Engage the Mula Bandha as you do so.
दोवू पगतली संपुट करे एडी मेड के ढिंग दरे अर्ध हाथ को अंतर राशे लिलाट पगथलियां ऊपर दाशे.
The next asana is Midaki Pavasana. Now sit and keep the heels together, toes apart and the knees wide. Lean forward and down, extending your hands out wide at the side with the palms down on the ground. Bring your forehead to the ground behind your heels. As you gaze towards the nose, visualize Swamiji in your inner space and perform the Mula Bandha.
दोवू पगतली संपुट करे एडी मेड के ढिंग दरे अर्ध हाथ को अंतर राशे लिलाट पगतलियां ऊपर दाशे.
The next asana is Siddha Samadhi Asana. Now sit and keep the toes tucked, heels apart. Bring your arms below the shins, extending them out, and keep the palms facing up. Bring your forehead to the ground above your feet as you bring your toes near your throat if you can. Gaze to the tip of your nose as you visualize Lord Surya in your inner space. Exhale all the air from your lungs in the Rechaka Kumbhaka and perform the Mula Bandha.
दोवू पगतली संपुट करे 16 मेढ़ आगा में धरे अंगुल 8 अंतरो राशे एडी को ऐसे विधि दाशे.
The next asana is Chinaki Pavasana. As you sit and keep the heels together, toes apart, hold the feet and open them up like a book. Press your thighs with your elbows, gaze to the tip of your nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दोवू पकां की एडी धरती मगिबा मेढ़ लगावे.
Next up is Chadapata Trikhasana. Now sit and bring the soles of the feet together with the heels at the perineum and gently press your knees down to the ground with your hands placed on top of the knees. Gaze to your third eye, visualize Swamiji in your inner space and perform Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha.
दोवू पगतली संपुट धारे आगा ने कर जार पसारे गोड़ा भूसो लगता राशे हाथ दोवू गोड़ा परिदाशे.
Next up is Bhairavasana. Now sit and bring the soles of the feet together, knees open wide. Lift the heels, bring the toes down. Keep the knees on the ground with the hands placed on top in Bindu Mudra. Gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself as Lord Kala Bhairava as you perform Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha.
गुल्फौ सम्पेड्य चान्योन्यं युत्क्रमेणोत्थितं शनैः जान्वोः पार्श्वगतो हस्तौ दण्डवद्भैरवासनम्.
The next asana is Samanasana. Now sit with one heel at the perineum and lift and hold the other foot, pulling the sole of the foot to your chest. Gaze to your third eye as you perform the Mula Bandha and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
समानासनमावक्ष्ये सिद्धमन्त्रादिसाधनात् एकपादमुरो दत्त्वा गुक्षोऽन्यलिङ्गवक्त्रके.
The next asana is Apanasana. Now sit and place one leg on top of the respective shoulder. Raise the other foot towards the sky and keep the legs straight as you keep your hands on the ground to the sides. Gaze to your third eye and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
केवलं पादमेकं च स्कन्धे चारोप्य यत्नतः एकपादेन गगने तिष्ठेत दण्डवत् प्रभो.
Now keep the other leg up towards your chest with the opposite heel pressed against the perineum. Gaze to your third eye as you repeat Samanasana on the other side.
समानासनमावक्ष्ये सिद्धमन्त्रादिसाधनात् एकपादमुरो दत्त्वा गुक्षोऽन्यलिङ्गवक्त्रके.
Now repeat Apanasana on the other side, placing the opposite foot over top of your shoulder, stretching the other leg straight.
केवलं पादमेकं च स्कन्धे चारोप्य यत्नतः एकपादेन गगने तिष्ठेत दण्डवत् प्रभो.
Next up is Gomukhasana, the cow face posture. Sit and cross one leg over top of the other, aligning the knees at the center of your body. With the respective feet at the opposite hip, place both hands on top of the stacked knees. Gaze to the tip of your nose, visualize the face of a cow in your inner space. As you start breathing in Siddhkari Kumbhaka, pressing your tongue against the palate of the mouth without touching the teeth and hissing through the teeth while inhaling. Internally chant the new japa Om Nityanandoham.
सव्ये दक्षिणगुल्फं तु पृष्ठपार्श्वे नियोजये दक्षिणे तथा सव्यं गोमुखं गोमुखं यथा.
From Gomukhasana, hold onto the big toes of the respective feet in Prana Mudra, gazing to the tip of the nose and visualizing yourself as Rishika Anasuya as you contract the stomach and the perineal region in Anasuyasana.
दक्षिण गोड़ों नीचो ठाने वाबों के ऊपर आने गोड़ा संधि मिलावे भारी आड़ा पतबनिदे संधि बसारी.
Maintaining your legs in the same position, interlace your fingers behind your back in Parusha Mudra and lean forward and down, bringing your chin over top of the knee and the nose towards the ground if you can. Gaze to the tip of the nose and visualize yourself as Rishika Anasuya in Anasuyasana too.
जीमणा गोदा की संधि उपरिडा वा गोड़ा की संधि मिलाई राशे गोड़ा सिवले पगतल्यालो आड़वाई सुधा राशे.
Next up is Garudasana too. Now sit on the ground with one heel pressed against the perineum. Keep the other foot flat on the ground with the knee raised towards the chest. Hands on top of the knees, gaze to the nose and visualize yourself as Lord Garuda.
डावो पगमोड़ी येड़ी माहिलो गुल्फमूल द्वारिणी चैदे.
Next up is Narudasana. From Garudasana too, raise your perineum on top of the heel. Interlace your fingers behind your back and twist your elbows outside of the raised knee as you gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself as Sage Narada.
पिष्टिजुवाम पगदली केरी भूपरिता ही लगावे फेरी.
The next asana is Matsya Pitakasana. Now place one foot on top of the opposite thigh as you wrap the respective arm around the knee, holding on to the opposite shin. Now extend the other hand straight and hold on to the respective big toe in Prana Mudra. Gaze towards the tip of your nose, visualize Matsya, the fish avatar of Vishnu, as you perform the Mula Bandha.
वामेन वामाङ्गुष्टन्तो गृहीतं मत्स्य पीठकं योनि वामेन सम्पीड्य मेढ्रादुपरि दक्षिणम्.
Now again, slide your knees over top of each other with the opposite knee on top, repeating the Gomukhasana position on the other side.
सव्ये दक्षिणगुल्फं तु पृष्ठपार्श्वे नियोजयेत्.
Hold onto the feet and repeat Anasuyasana on the other side.
दक्षिण गोड़ो नीचो ठाने वाबों के ऊपर आने.
Interlace your fingers behind your back, lean forward and down, bringing your nose towards the ground, repeating Anasuyasana 2. Now sit with the opposite heel towards the groin, the other knee raised. Place your foot on the ground, visualize yourself as Lord Garuda and keep breathing and sit Karikumbhaka in Garudasana 2 on the other side. Raise your perineum on top of the heel, interlace your fingers behind your back, and twist your elbows outside of the knee, repeating Naladasana on the other side. Now place the other foot on top of the opposite thigh, hold onto the shin and the big toe as you visualize Matsya, the fish avatar of Vishnu, in Matsya Pitakasana.
वामेन वामाङ्गुष्टन्तो गृहीतं मत्स्यपीठकं योनि वामेन सम्पीड्य मेढ्रादुपरि दक्षिणम्.
Now place one foot on top of the opposite thigh and place the opposite foot flat on the ground. As you twist your elbow outside of the raised knee, hold your head with the raised hand, place the other hand on the ground behind you. As you gaze to your third eye, visualize Matsyendranath, the great sage and master of Hatha Yoga, and perform the Mula Bandha.
उदरं पश्चिमाभासं कृत्वा तिष्ठति यत्नतः.
Next up is Kubasana. From Matsyendrasana, extend the front arm down towards the foot and place the other hand on the opposite ear. As you gaze up to your third eye and visualize yourself as a camel.
आसन को गुण झोलो जाये.
The next asana is Matsyendrasana 2. Now keep holding on to the front foot and place the back hand down to the ground behind you, twisting your body even further. Gaze towards your third eye and visualize Matsyendranath in your inner space.
मत्स्येन्द्रपीठं जडप्रदीप्तिं प्रचण्डरुक्मण्डलखण्डनास्त्रम्.
Now untwist your body and place the opposite foot on the thigh. Twist your body again in the other direction, repeating the Matsyendrasana on the other side.
उदरं पश्चिमाभासं कृत्वा तिष्ठति यत्नतः.
Now hold on to the front foot and your back ear, twisting your body back, gazing up, and visualizing yourself as a camel.
आसन को गुण झोलो जाये.
Now drop the back hand down to the ground and twist even further, repeating Matsyendrasana 2.
मत्स्येन्द्रपीठं जडप्रदीप्तिं प्रचण्डरुक्मण्डलखण्डनास्त्रम्.
The next asana is Padmasana, the lotus posture. Now sit and place the feet on top of the opposite thighs. Place your palms on the respective knees. As you engage all the bandhas, gaze to the tip of the nose and visualize yourself as Lord Shiva as you start breathing in Sitali Kumbhaka, pressing your tongue against the back of your teeth and hissing through your teeth while inhaling. Internally chant the new japa Om Nityananda Mahasada Shivoham. Visualize the japa rotating around your throat.
आसनं द्विविधं प्रोक्तं पद्मं वज्रासनं तथा ऊर्ध्वोरुपरि चेद्धत्ते उभे पादतले यथा.
The next asana is Padmasana 2. From Padmasana position, cross your arms and hold on to the big toes in Prana Mudra. As you gaze to the tip of the nose, visualize yourself as Goddess Parvati, the consort of Shiva, and perform the Mula Bandha.
उत्तानौ चरणौ कृत्वा ऊरु संस्थो प्रयत्नतः ऊरु मध्ये तथोत्तानौ पाणी कृत्वा तु तादृशौ.
The next asana is Kukutasana. Now remain seated in Padmasana and place your palms on the ground between the two thighs. As you lift your body off the ground, balance on your hands. As you visualize yourself as a rooster and breathe calmly in Sahaja Kumbhaka through your nose.
पद्मासनं सुसंस्थाप्य नान्वोरौरन्तरे करौ निवेश्य भूमावासिष्ठेद् व्योमस्तकुक्कुटासनः.
Next up is Baddha Asana. From Padmasana, rise up onto the knees, place your palms on the ground with the fingers pointing backwards. Keep your elbows together, close to the navel, lean forward, find balance, and extend your knees up off the ground, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space.
धरामवष्टभ्यकरध्वजेन तत्कोर्परि स्थापितानाभिपार्श्वः.
Now extend your legs straight into Mayurasana if you can. While on the knees, place your palms on the ground with the fingers pointing towards your body. Keep the elbows together, press them against the navel, lean forward, find balance, and extend the legs up off the ground straight, visualizing yourself as a peacock, breathing in Sahadra Kumbhaka and engaging the Mula Bandha.
अथ वक्ष्ये महादेव मयूरासनमुत्तमं भूमौ निपात्य हस्तौ द्वौ कूर्परोपरि देहकम्.
The next asana is Makarasana. Now lay down on your stomach with the feet pointing outwards and your forehead on the mat. With interlaced fingers behind your neck, visualizing yourself as a crocodile and performing the Mula Bandha.
अध्यासशेते हृदयं निधाय भूमौ च पादौ च प्रसार्यमानौ शिरश्च धृत्वा करदण्डयुग्मे देहाग्निकारं मकरासनं तत्.
The next asana is Shalabhasana. Lay down on your stomach and place your hands on the ground beside your chest. Raise the legs up, bring the thighs off the ground as you visualize yourself as a locust and perform the Mula Bandha.
अध्यासशेते करयुग्मवक्षो भूमिमवष्टभ्यकरयोस्तलाभ्याम्.
Next up is Ushrasana. As you lay on your stomach, bring the hands to the feet, pull your feet down towards the ground outside of your hips. Visualize yourself as a camel and perform the Mula Bandha.
अध्यासशेते पदयुग्मव्यस्तं पृष्ठे निधाय धृतं कराभ्याम्.
Next up is Dhanurasana. From Ushtrasana, tighten the grip on your feet, kick your legs back and up as you simultaneously lift your chest and head off the ground. Gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself as Lord Shiva's bow, Pinaka, as you engage the Mula Bandha.
प्रसार्य पादौ भुविदण्डरूपौ करौ च पृष्ठे धृतपादयुग्मम्.
The next asana is Bhagasana. Sit in a kneeling position with the feet flat in between the heels. Keep the heels outside of the hip as you place your palms on top of the thighs, gaze forward and up in Shambhavi Mudra, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space and internally chanting the new japa Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
उल्टा मोड़ी पावदो वैसे बहुरो जुगति करे एक ऐसे.
The next asana is Gohi Asana. From the knees, place your forearms on the ground with the elbows shoulder width apart and interlock your fingers as you place the top of your head onto the ground, holding onto the back of your head with your hands. Walk your toes forward until your hips align with the shoulders, lift your feet up and keep your knees bent together. Pull them close to your stomach as you gaze to the tip of the nose and visualize Swamiji in Gohi Asana.
दो हाथ की कहुनी जोजी पुनिह कलाजी जाने दोजी.
From Gohi Asana, extend your legs up straight into Shirsasana. As you gaze to the tip of the nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space, contract the perineal region in Mula Bandha.
विपरीतं मण्डलं च द्विधैव विदितं हिनः.
Gently lower your legs down and come to a seated posture. As you sit with your hands behind the calves, stretch your legs up and bring your forehead to the knees. As you come to a vertical position with your legs, gaze forward, visualize Swamiji in your inner space and start breathing in the Bastika Kumbhaka, rapidly exhaling like the bellows of a blacksmith. We are going to perform this Kumbhaka throughout the next few asanas. Try to keep your legs up as well.
दो हाथ पग बाहर आने घोड़ा तरे का कसीठाने.
Next is Parighasana. Sit and extend the legs out and up at a 45-degree angle. Bring your hands behind the shoulders. Hold onto the shoulders as you keep your chest upright, legs straight, toes pointed. Gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself as a mace. Keep breathing in Bastika Kumbhaka.
उत्तानशयनं कृत्वा पादौ मिलित्वा प्रसार्य.
Now straighten your arms forward with the elbows parallel to the ground, the legs raised up, breathing in Bastika Kumbhaka, gazing to your third eye and visualize yourself as a boat. In Naukasana.
उत्तानशयनं कूर्पराभ्यां भूमिमवष्टभ्य.
The next asana is Rudrasana. Keep breathing in Bastika Kumbhaka as you sit and lift the feet up, scooping the hands under the heels and pulling the feet towards your chest. Keep your spine upright, gaze to the tip of your nose and visualize yourself as Lord Rudra.
पगतली संपुट करी हाथस्य पग उचाजी.
Now relax, breathe calmly through your nose as you lay down on your back with the feet flat on the ground and the knees raised. Place your palms down with the fingers just touching the back of your heels as you lift your hips up high, pressing the feet into the ground, tucking your chin to the chest, contracting the perineal region. As you gaze to the tip of your nose, visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Now breathe in Mocha Kumbhaka forcefully, pushing the air through the throat lock in Unmukha Pitasana too.
ऊर्ध्वे च जानुनी कृत्वा तवित्वोर्ध्वमुखं तथा उत्थाप्य हस्तौ तिष्ठेत्तु पीठ उन्मुखनामके.
Now fully lay flat on your back. Keep your hands at the side of your hips with the palms facing up. Once more, contract the perineal region. Force the Kundalini Shakti up along your spine from the Muladhara to the Brahmarandra in Shakti Chalan Mudra. Relax. Visualize your body is dead. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji, is liberating you. Internally chant the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
उत्तानं शववद्भूमौ शयनं तोषवासनं शवासनं श्रान्तिहरं चित्तविश्रान्तिकारकम्.
Now slowly come back. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes, your wrists and your ankles, your elbows and your knees. Pull your knees up towards your chest. Rock your body from side to side and slowly return to a comfortable seated position. Congratulations for completing the Pratama Vinyasa Krama 108 asana sequence. With this, we want to inform all of the participants that we are going to be having the International Yoga Day soon, and we're going to perform a competition for beginners, intermediate, and advanced practitioners. We're going to project a link for the sign up if you want to participate in the yoga challenge. Until then, let us now conclude the session with the Purna Mantra. Sit straight with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line, the hands in Atmanjali Mudra in front of your heart center. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as we chant the Purna Mantra.
पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. हरिः ॐ तत्सत्. सर्वं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु. ॐ Nityanandam.
Thank you all, Nityanandam.